Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. How are we doing today? It's been a minute, hasn't it? I want to apologize personally. I mean, I know I already did so, but listen, I'm really sorry about the member stream last weekend. It's actually interesting. I was feeling really bad about the fact that I was probably going to have to reschedule or dare I say cancel. And I saw another creator going through something kind of similar to me. So like, long story short, we had to like block off the whole, I've been getting weird bug bites. So we had to like, gas our house essentially. That's dramatic. I don't know things about bugs. Yeah, so I didn't have access to the office pretty much at all over the weekend. I'm sorry, I couldn't be in here to stream. It would have been bad for my lungs and my overall health. But we're back now, we're here, things are good, I guess. And we'll be doing a member stream sometime later this week instead. Hello Jay, Kenizia, hello Momo, Anthony, Saskia, hello. Candia, how are you? Okay, let me grab these candy buckets here and we'll run to Scrooge's and do all the things. And in terms of what today's stream holds, you know, I'm still kind of 50-50. I do need to work on my DreamSnap because I haven't done it yet. And if I'm gonna put any real amount of effort into it, I probably need to do it today on stream because y'all keep me not honest, but motivated, I suppose. If I'm doing it by myself, I throw it together in like 10 minutes and call it a day. But also, I don't really want to do my DreamSnap. So we might be doing some decorating because I do still endeavor to finish as much of my main valley build as possible before we get Wish Blossom Ranch. Hi, Yana. Hello, hello. I know but here's the thing. I don't know if anybody has had like, we live kind of near the woods and my sister and her partner have been in and out of our house and they live really in the woods and have pets. So I don't know if it was like fleas or something. We don't have pets, but you know, we live in a flea abundant area, I guess. And the thing is, no one else in my house is getting bug bites. It's just me, and it's the most kind of infuriating and random thing, but we've been good so far since we fumigated. Hopefully it just continues to be good. Oh yeah, we do, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on who you are and how you feel about it, still have the clown emote because the member stream was when I was going to get all of your opinion on what to replace it with. So enjoy it while it lasts. It might be gone forever after our member stream. We'll see. Yay decor. Yeah, we'll see. If we do some valley decorating, it'll either be the Forgotten Lands because it's spooky season and that feels appropriate, or the forest because that's what I have the most ideas about. Thanks for stopping by, Nina. I appreciate it. Candia, you're always the one to get bites. Really? I don't know if I'm always the one, but this time I am. It's been happening for a while, but it really kicked up the past week or so. I feel like, listen, the clown was just a placeholder. It was something easily visually distinct from the others that I would remember to change when the time came. Have I been doing my island task? You know what? No. I went this morning, but actually I should probably go after I check the shops and grab some more items because I have not finished. But I think actually this time going to the island will be all of the like flowers and fish and stuff that I needed. I don't know if the other thing's unlocked yet. Wait, isn't it only a week long? Am I behind? I think I probably am. I gotta get on that. Okay. Vale, don't let me down. Please, please, please give me the fence. Oh, but one thing is 4 days for the feeding task in total. When does this event end? Wednesday? I don't actually know when this event ends. I gotta get on that. But I did completely finish my storybook Veil tour. Yay! I wish I had a soundboard, like a Stream Deck soundboard situation. I would do like a big applause. It's uploaded to YouTube and everything. So I think probably Wednesday that will be available to you all. I'll pull a self raid and after stream or something we'll raid the premiere or something, but it's done. I'm just waiting and hoping that no copyright issues pop up. For now there are none, but sometimes it'll be like 24 or 48 hours after it's up on YouTube that the copyright actually kicks in, and it's a pain in the butt. So that's why I want to give it a couple days before I actually put it live to all of you. But as of right now, fingers crossed, everything is looking great. It's done finally. I know. How long did it take me? 10,000 years. November 11th is when the event ends. Okay, good. I have time then. Huh? Oh, wait, there's only one? Wait, 1, 2. I didn't realize they spawned this far. Wait, it was so long ago that I got these. Why are there only 2 here? That's suspicious. Oh, 3. Stunning. Hi, Joey. Hello. No, this event is not only until... You know what? I literally could have just checked instead of asking. No, it lasts 16 more days. There's plenty of time. I don't know why I thought it was a week. Is this other one over this week? Yeah, this other one, we only have 5 days left until Halloween. That's probably what I was thinking of. Okay, I'll grab these. Beautiful. And some fish. Hi, Dominique. Hello. How is everyone feeling about this week's DreamSnap now that we've had a few days to process, probably complete it for a lot of you? I feel like the general consensus was we don't really have clothes for this. Oh wait, it's not enough? I don't know why I thought I only needed 10 of each of these. Well, anyway, none of my business. I'll be back. Oh, is there anything else I need to do while I'm here? Haunted Floating Festival, puzzles, complete. Oh, I have to feed the fox multiple times. Okay. Here you go. You think it's 15 fish? Okay. That makes sense. I'll have this. Thank you kindly. You're not happy with your DreamSnap, so you hope you just get lucky and get a good score. You don't like it. No outfit feels right. Yeah, the outfit that I created for it, 20 feathers, 15 fish, and 10 flowers. Oh my goodness. Okay. The outfit I created for it is not exactly on theme, but I think it'll work. Do I want to do this right now? Let me pop over to the Glade Island. The stream title reminds you of One Short Day. Oh my goodness. Speaking of One Short Day, speaking of Wicked, I'm so excited for Wicked. Also, Wicked has been dropping a lot of like spots and things, getting ready for the movie. Let me move this to a different island. And also, my Glinda water bottle came in today. I'm so excited. It's so cute. It's so fabulous. And I love it. This is the wrong island. You're not a big fan of outfit challenges in general, so you just went with something you could gather the energy to do. Yeah, I tried to just like pick things that were good tags and felt autumnal, not really paying as much attention to the florals of it all. I feel like we'll bring that part in with the decorating. Here you go. How am I feeling that Glinda is in Wonderful? You know, I actually just had a conversation with my sister about this morning. Well, actually, it was probably like less than an hour ago. she is not 100% sold on Glinda being in Wonderful. I feel like it makes a lot of sense, and I think it makes more sense than the alternative of not having her in it. So I'm fine with it. It does seem like there are some lyric changes though, and I wonder if they're gonna take away a verse and give Glinda a verse though. That I'm not sure if I love as much. I don't want it. We're gonna decorate instead for now. Maybe we'll take some breaks and go back and forth, but for now let me go up to the Forgotten Lands and maybe see if we want to build something with that. We did just get the fancy house. That might make a fun build. I really haven't thought about what I would like to do in my Forgotten Lands, so for now we're gonna clean up. Usually I like to have a better idea of what I'm going to be doing on stream, but sometimes it's a day when you just don't know. And today I just didn't know. That's kind of the vibe for the whole week, actually, which is why I haven't posted a schedule yet. I did write one up, but now that you're here, I can get your input. When you forget the words to anything. Okay, so today obviously we're playing Dreamlight Valley. Wednesday we'll play Dreamlight Valley. Friday is Halloween. Do we want to stream on Halloween? If so, I kind of want to play Beacon Pines. I've been saying this for 3 years at this point, and I still haven't played it, but every time I've heard someone talk about it, they said they really like it. From my understanding, it's kind of a cozy, spooky, creepy, mystery, narrative kind of game with some maybe choose your own path, decision-based shenanigans. I don't think we could finish it on Friday, but I think it's a pretty short game, so we could probably finish it in 2 or 3 streams if we wanted to carry it over to November. The other thing is I will probably do a member stream to make up for last week on Thursday if we do stream on Halloween, or we could try to do one after a stream this week, but that might be a lot for me. A Rosie Aura, hello, welcome in. We do want a spooky stream? Okay, I can make that happen. And then in terms of tomorrow and Tuesday, I would like to play Cult of the Lamb, which we have been playing and I have been enjoying. And might I say, I feel like I've been slaying. Well, okay, being a cult leader, I think I'm really good at that. Being a fighter, in the dungeony bits, less good at that, but you know, everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. The actual leading of the cult, I dare say I'm phenomenal. And then the other game that I kind of wanted to play this week, I'm not sure if y'all would have heard of. It's not really in the cozy gaming sphere. That being said, sometimes we play different games around here. It's called Dispatch. It is a like visual novel-y decision-based story game with like some management mechanics. Basically, the vibe is you are kind of like a washed up retired superhero who runs in a dispatch office, like managing where the other superheroes are responding to different problems in the city. It's got a very eclectic cast of voice actors, but it seems like it would be fun to check out. I haven't played like a truly decision-based game since, I don't know, probably the last time I played Detroit Become Human, which is one of my favorite games ever. So I feel like that could be fun, maybe. You've heard of it? There's 2 episodes out so far. Yeah, it's like an episodic too. So the first 2 episodes came out when the game dropped last week, I believe. 2 episodes are coming out midweek this week, and then I think there are 8 episodes total. Yeah. The progress last stream was so good. In Cult of the Lamb, I know. You watched Princess and the Frog today and saw that Tiana does not have an apron in her song Almost There, so you think that's why they didn't include an apron. Oh, I don't really mind that they didn't add the apron to her dress. I just feel like I don't understand why they did that dress at all. Okay, let me, before I get too deep into this, figure out what buildings I would like to have here. What's the vibe? I'm pretty much giving up on the idea for now. Well, not giving up, but temporarily shelving the idea that I need to have every house out at all times. I don't think it's that serious, frankly. So we're just gonna follow our hearts and put out whatever we want. Will there be a chance that I'll play Love Ghosty again? You saw the trailer for Dispatch, watched someone do the demo and loved it. Oh, in terms of Love Ghosty, I'm not really sure. I think I mentioned this last stream or a couple streams ago. YouTube is a little... What's the word that I would like to use for it? A little bit unpredictable at the moment. A lot of people are having decreased views on their channel overall. It's like site-wide for the most part. And as a fairly small channel, that's kind of scary. So I'm trying to prioritize games that people want to see and are watching, and we didn't get like a whole lot of interest in Love Ghosty on our first stream, and usually the first time I play something is like the most likely for people to stop by. So I don't know if I want to keep playing it on stream. I'm not really sure. I'm also thinking about doing more actual videos. We've got the Storybook Vale tour coming soon. Maybe I'll make like a video about Love Ghosty or something. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. Hi Existential, hello, how are you? I kind of feel like maybe we don't need this out right now. Like maybe perhaps we go with these things. It's gonna be a lot of dark buildings. Do I want anything to split that up? What are the chances that we move Peter's house close to the tree house? Do we think that would make sense? Trying to continue your Coral Island save you started a while back, but oh, burnt yourself out on. Coral Island is a lot of fun, but it's also a lot. So I get that. Maybe we could make this work over here somewhere. I don't know. Trying to finish your first playthrough. I do want to play Coral Island again. I want to play Fields of Mystria. I think it's meant to be fully released next year, maybe in the second half of the year though. So I'm kind of caught between trying it again soon versus waiting until it's fully released. The house is giant, isn't it? And also doesn't make a lot of sense. I just think it looks cool with Peter's house. Oh. Well, hello. I don't think we need the pinecone house here. Played for like a month and a half every single day for hours. Oh, yes. I think actually I still have not completely finished Coral Island. I got my rank up to town rank S, but I don't think I finished the Merfolk questline. That's getting an update sometime soon-ish, I believe. Finally, we're getting the tattoo shop that's functional. Some spooky day outfits. There might be a couple other things. The mossy castle. I don't think I want that up here. I might do a build with that on an island somewhere. I actually am not even sure if this cottagey house is gonna work. Unless I put the cottagey house by the tree things. That might work. I am a little bit attached to the idea of doing a big kind of grand entryway here for this. I think that would be interesting. And then perhaps these somewhere back here. Hi, Shayla. How are you? What am I looking for? Do I want... I don't really want full Halloween, but it also does feel like a shame to not use this anywhere this season. And we are running out of time in the season. I mind my own business with that one. You were putting off finishing until the children update, but at this update pace, it might be a hot minute. Yeah, I think that also is maybe meant to be the end of next year, where the children are gonna grow up in Coral Island. I believe so, anyway. Hi, Danny. How are you? You have Jack's house where I have the berry bushes? Ah, yes. I'm probably gonna move these, actually. Oh, the hill. I'm trying to get out some large items before I start fully, truly mapping things out, because even though they're not houses, some things take up a lot of space. But then it's like, once I start putting down Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, like, when does it end? At what point does it just become Halloween stuff? I don't really know the answer to this question. Did we see what Cruella's house looks like in the Wish Blossom Ranch showcase? I don't remember if we actually saw. We saw the modular kits that I think people initially thought might be her house. But did we for sure see her house? Foliage from Ever After looks really good in the Forgotten Lands. I don't know if I've... Well, I certainly don't think I've tried that, actually. Okay, so if the vibe is we come into a fancy kind of entryway here. Probably have some sort of... I gotta make sure this doesn't turn into my last build, though, which is a little bit of a possibility. Maybe we have this kind of visible in a path off this way, and then I put Peter's house somewhere over here. Somewhere back there, maybe. There was a building between the modular walls with a giant sea window pane on the front. I thought that was part of the modular set. Do we not think that? Maybe it's not. It was just kind of giving that vibe to me. But maybe I also need to look back at the showcase again to see if that's what I was actually thinking of. Hi, MSNA. Hello. My weekend is going pretty well. How about yours? You don't... Oh, yeah. Wait, that's true. I think I might have said that when we were watching the showcase. It is kind of giving she's not getting a house. They do tend to do that with one of the villains. I could see them doing that with Cruella.
What a nice day.
Think she'll just hang out at the glass garden house. Yeah. Wait. We did see something. Oh my goodness. Now I want to pull up the showcase again. I can't do this every stream until Wish Blossom Ranch comes out. But we did see something. Oh my goodness. Can I pull this up? Nicholas, I'm good. How are you? Dreamlight Valley. Let's see. Sometimes it's way too difficult to get to the actual official Dreamlight Valley page. Let me mute this for now. Did I do that successfully? I did. So I can hopefully get to what I'm thinking. The thing is, it's actually going to be hard to find what I'm thinking of. Because it was one moment. But there was like a big manor looking thing. That's talking about build kits. Finally got a Steam Deck to play Dreamlight Valley. You can't get over the quality or the graphics compared to the Switch. Yeah, it's very, very different. Okay. Listen, here's what we're gonna do. Put up with me for a second while I find a scene. We are about to... Sure, this will work. It's not the full screen, but that's fine. We're going to yeet this pretty fast and let this scroll until we find the thing. And I think it's gonna work wonderfully. Actually, we might even be able to skip over this part because I think it's past the part where they're talking about people. Just so we can find where I think Cruella is probably going to live. Anybody else been thinking about Wish Blossom Ranch? Any new ideas, theories, anything like that? It's probably when they were talking about the individual biomes. Like, I do think it was after this. Every day you've been thinking about it. The video you're watching is 34 minutes and 41 seconds. Wait, which video? Okay. Yes, we're talking. Oh, I think it's kind of here, right? Like, but this was not the image I was thinking of, but this looks very much like, I don't know, maybe it was this. Oh, the showcase. The one that I'm on is the live stream. It was 50 minutes, I think. Okay, yes, there was a code. The thing is, people are going to watch this in the future once Wish Blossom Ranch is already out, and they're going to be like, why is this girl going through the showcase when she's just building in a biome? You can't wait for Tigger. I feel like it's kind of unfortunate that Tigger is coming with the characters that he is, because it's kind of difficult for me personally to be excited about anybody when, and like anybody else when Snow White and Tinkerbell are coming. Like, I feel like I'm not even as excited about Pegasus as I should be. It's truly a shame. Okay, still no. Where's the part about the biomes? This is so unfortunate. I'm so sorry that I'm doing this to you all. I think this is the part with the biomes. Maybe it's over here. The thing is, I'm gonna see it and it's gonna be nothing. Wait, it's at 34 minutes is what you said. Oh, that's not what I thought you said. I thought you were saying you were watching a version of this that was 34 minutes. See, that would have saved me some time. Oh, no, this is not what I was talking about. I think that's a bit of modular stuff. What I was talking about was not this, not this, not this, not this. You know what? I don't care. Just no, you don't need to leave. It's fine. Eventually I'll find it or I won't, and we'll look at it or we won't. You don't need to keep playing in the background. I appreciate you, Showcase. Just know there's a part that I feel like we did see her house. It was like there was a big old fountain. Some of you are probably going to know what I'm talking about. We were in the Glamour Gulch. There was a big old fountain, like these arch kind of entryway. Like, okay, it was a big kind of courtyard in front of what looked like a big manor. And there was a big old fountain. I feel like that's where she's going to live. You can't wait for Tinkerbell's friendship items. Wait, did we see those? Do we think the one outfit, remember the part where it was talking about how many new clothes we were going to be getting, and the first thing that it showed us was all clothing items that we already have, but then after that it showed some atrocious polka dot pants, and then after that it showed us what looked kind of like a fairy crafter outfit. Do we think that that outfit was Tinkerbell's level 10 friendship reward, or do we think that's just something that happens to be in the style of Tinkerbell, but we're not getting it with her specifically? It's just coming in, I don't know, the Wish Blossom Ranch Scrooge store or something. You hope they give Cruella her hideout in the movie. I don't know. The real question you have is, where is Tinkerbell going to live? We already have 2 fairy houses inspired by her, so what would hers be? Did we see that in the showcase? That I don't remember seeing. I remember seeing a bit of the modular set from the kind of fairy inspired moment. But I don't remember seeing something that I felt like would be Tinkerbell's house. Oh, before I start on this, I do want to walk into this area in the back. I also need to see if there's a well that I feel like fits more. I suppose if we're using Peter's house here, we could use this well. You think she's moving in with Peter? I don't think so, because I think... Wait, do we think so? I kind of don't think so, because I think probably you won't have to have unlocked Peter in order to unlock Tinkerbell. I don't think that's a prerequisite of Storybook Vale, because that's way far along the main Valley storyline. And when they accidentally sent out the mail about Storybook Vale that they didn't intend to, it gave a list of the things that we needed to do in order to start Wish Blossom Ranch. Did I say something about, if I said something about Storybook Vale, ignore me. And you didn't have to progress very far. So I feel like she has to have her own house, because otherwise you would have had to unlock Peter before you started Wish Blossom Ranch. None of these work. Right, I'll just leave you as you for now. All right, that's gonna be fine. I'll make that work. Okay, I would love to make a circular moment. Part of me wants to use this path, and if I decide not to later on, we can literally just replace it. Didn't they say she was moving in with him? Did they? I still have this up.
Oh well. No sailing today.
Okay. Something about Tinkerbell and Peter. They'll be able to understand Tinkerbell for a way that no one else can. They're gonna be reunited. Tinkerbell will join them, bringing a little pixie sparkle to the valley. Okay. So it's definitely saying that we can understand Tinkerbell and that she's gonna be reunited with Peter, and they're excited to move Peter Pan to live in the Wish Blossom Mountains. Wait, let me just move this here. It does show Peter Pan's house here, but they're specifically talking about moving Peter here. They're not talking about Tinkerbell moving in with Peter. I know you can't see all of the subtitles because of the way that I have the scene cut, but it said, yeah, I'm so excited to move Peter Pan to live in the Wish Blossom Mountains so the pair can go on adventures together again. But it doesn't say that she's living with him. She's just gonna be like Jafar and Maleficent and wander around. Wait, you think that Tinkerbell will be and Cruella? That's too much. We gotta have a house for at least one of them. Okay, I really want this kind of under here, I think. The one developer is moving Peter there, but not them moving in together. Yeah. That's the vibe that I got from it. I don't know, because I never know until we get the thing, but to me it felt more like they were deciding to move Peter there, not that Tinkerbell was living with Peter. Go. Hi, Kitty. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you feel better. Quite. There you go. Beautiful. For now. We're gonna work on it. Hi, Sissix. Hello. Are we gonna be introduced to Snow White or Tinkerbell first? I think Snow White is what they made it feel like. Oh, that's why. Oh, okay. What if I undo what I just... What? I hate everything about diagonal paths. I can't hold my resentment any longer. What? Everything about them is bad. Everything about them is really bad, and I hate them. Okay. Remove all, remove all. Get me out of here. Okay. And we're gonna try again. Does anybody else, I just need you to lie to me if you don't. Does anybody else struggle with diagonal paths, or is it just me? You load them? Like, usually I can eventually get them to look good, but it takes so much time and it's so difficult for seemingly no reason. You're just learning how to do diagonal paths. I would say save yourself the trouble and don't, but you know, if it brings you joy, by all means. Yes, they're the worst. You truly use them once in a blue moon. They're like so good when they work, but the when is so the when is a big if. Like, what is that? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. We're just gonna do this. Yes, we are. And we're just gonna do that. And we're just gonna do that. And it's great. I feel like Glinda trying to convince Elphaba that the alcove that she made for her is wonderful. It's great. Diagonal fencing you gave up on. I really hope they fix the diagonal fencing, because the thing is, it's not even, I mean, it is technically diagonal fencing in a manner of speaking, but the technically is doing a lot of legwork. Huh? Oh, wait, no, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Oh. Oh, okay. See, whenever I'm doing diagonal paths, I usually just accidentally happen upon how to make them look good. I don't actually know how to make it work, and that is a very confusing feeling for me. I don't love it. I'm not gonna lie. Easier if you build in a staircase formation and then just click the end and change direction. You know, that's a wonderful tip. That's a wonderful tip.
Oh wow. No sailing today.
Your feeling about the big cutscene of the new side of the castle opening for Lady and the Tramp has faded. Wait. Why? I still believe in the big cutscene. Can I make this one wider? I would love to make this one wider, and also I feel like I'm possibly going to be ruining a good thing in doing so. I'm gonna try. If I, oh, okay, wait. She's doing it.
If you smell something.
Fabulous. I'll take it. This is a very wide thing, though. I kind of want space to put trees and things here, potentially, or like fountains or something. So I do want to leave that space. Does it need to be even one wider? Is that possible? Your girl is learning. Listen, we're trying anyway. You don't think there will be a big cutscene? I really hope there is. I don't know why there wouldn't be. Here's the thing. It's such an epic moment in the game's thing. Like, oh. That's just rude. Okay, well.
Timon and I are the
Excuse me?
bestest of best.
I need to make some more of that. Are you? Huh? Um, um, is it just me, or is this path not here? Oh, it's a time-bending one. I didn't even know we had a time-bending path. Shows you how often I use this path. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't care. Okay. Thank you for that. I never would have found it. We'll get a sparkly inauguration banner and a clip for Merlin. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like we need a cutscene. We deserve a cutscene for getting to the point where all of the doors of the Dream Castle, the main wing, have opened. I just truly do think that's a big deal. I'll put that there for now.
Oh, this valley is swell.
This coming all the way to this edge is a little bit disappointing, but we'll make it work. This is really the problem. How am I going to turn this into something beautiful? Let me have literally any path that's not that one. Bring it just here. Maybe that one's strange. You know, it's fine. Hassan, hello. Yeah, it's fine. I kind of would like to have some of this. Oh. You know, we are going to. Oh. 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 Remove all of that. Remove that. Remove that. I really would like to have fencing in this area, but the amount that I want to fight with diagonal fences is not a lot. That's wait a minute. Move all of this. Sure, that's fine. So you can be there for now. You can be there for now. You guess Lady and the Tramp doesn't seem as iconic as Cinderella. We had the idea before Cinderella was confirmed to come to the valley. Oh yeah, I agree. To me personally, Lady and the Tramp doesn't feel as iconic, but at the end of the day, at least for me, it's not necessarily about who's like who is in the realm. It's more about the fact that the castle is opening that I feel warrants a big cutscene within the dream castle. I don't think, even when I thought it was going to happen with Cinderella, I didn't think that it meant that the cutscene would involve Cinderella. Like, for me, it's always been just about the dream castle itself. Also, thank you all for liking the stream if you have. I'm a little... It's, as we can tell, it's a bit of a chaotic stream today. When is it not? Honestly, I feel like it's kind of redundant at this point to be saying that streams are going to be chaotic, because they always are. I try my best, but... Alright. I like to think that that's just part of my charm. Has good intentions is a problem. I'm kind of like Glinda in that way.
If you smell something.
I appreciate it, Jennifer. I'm not 100% sold on this, but I feel like this area is going to be a little bit of a trust the process sort of moment. So I'm not changing it right now. I would also like to potentially add a little bit of a bump out here for a bench. That feels like a great idea that I do support. Maybe just on these 3 sides. And then we can have maybe something fancier in front. We do already have a fancy fountain here, but... Cinderella. I would add them on the diagonals, but I feel like that's going to cut into the path too much and not be exactly what I'm looking for. Stone slab path. I also might change this path at some point if we feel like it's too gray and we hate it. Hi, Bella. Hello. Love the cozy chaos. It's a Tinker Lily stream. I feel like, you know,
I don't think my
hopefully it's a nice blend of the two, of the coziness and the chaos. Just a little bit of some, a little bit of the other. Ooh. Oh, I forgot that the footprint on those kind of annoys me. What kind of foliage are we thinking? I do want to stay in the world of the Forgotten Lands. I don't want to stray too far from kind of like the dark vibes, but I also do feel sometimes like the Forgotten Lands needs a little bit of dimension for me. Sometimes just sticking with the purple ends up feeling a little flat. I wonder if we could do maybe these three. When am I dropping my storybook fail tour? If that's what you're asking, it's gonna be this week, probably Wednesday. I already have it up on YouTube. Like, everything is good in YouTube. I just have to actually set the premiere date, but I'm waiting to give it some extra time because every now and then it will come up with something copyright even after it's been on YouTube for a while. So I'm giving it some time to simmer and hopefully not decide that I can't make money off of it. The other option is this one. Instead of this green, we could do, or this one. Actually, these are kind of playing off of the colors in the stained glass. What do we think? Do we like the glade bush that's kind of the darker green, or do we like the, I think this is the Frosted Heights bush that's a paler, more subdued green? Let me know. Back to work tomorrow after 2 weeks of being signed off and you're moody about it. I'm sorry. Going back to work, I feel like sometimes it's nice to get back into a schedule, right? Or like a routine. But at the same time, it's so difficult to go from kind of not having to have the responsibility to back to it again. Am I excited about Wish Blossom? I am, very much so. I think I might for now go with the darker green. Maybe we'll reevaluate once we get into another area. You're having a caramel milkshake. That sounds good. I actually am really kind of craving a milkshake. That's so random, but listen. My sister has been staying with me. My partner and I don't really eat out very often at all. My sister is far more likely to eat out, and she wanted to order a milkshake the other day. Well, she did order a milkshake, but I was like, I wish she didn't, because I would have just gone to the grocery store and bought stuff to make a milkshake, because that sounds so good. I'm actually really in the mood for a chocolate malted milkshake. There's something about that that's like so nostalgic to me. I think because my grandma used to make them a lot when we would stay with her in the summers. And I haven't had one probably since I was a kid. I think there's gonna be too many bushes. Maybe I should just have them behind the fence. I just kind of wanted to have some close to the bench. But now I'm kind of thinking maybe not. We can always redo it if we decide that that was better. But maybe we could just do like this instead. Something like that. When do I think DLC pre-orders will start? It depends on what platform you play on. I think some of the pre-orders are already live, but some platforms don't really do pre-orders. Like, from my understanding, usually Steam doesn't do pre-orders. Like, I typically have to order the DLC on Steam the day it drops. But I think some other platforms have them up already. If you all play on different platforms, you can let me know if that's the case or not. Like this kind of. I'll come through and rotate these bushes afterwards. I just want to make sure I can get them to fit first. That's not right. There we go. This music reminds me of Ursula. Think about this. I think I like it. Etho, hello. I can get through here around this, which I would like to continue to be able to do, even if it's a little bit tricky, just to make things convenient for like fishing, star pathing, that kind of thing. You've been struggling to make pathing look good around the ponds. Great idea with that style. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of working. I don't hate it. I wanted to do something with the pond sort of as part of the courtyard for this house, because I think it's fancy. This week's DreamSnap is so difficult. You hate outfit ones with a passion. Me too. I did make an outfit, but I can show you. It's not anything revolutionary. It doesn't even really, to me, fit the like actual text of the challenge. I was just gonna wear this, and because here's the thing. I feel like this outfit is giving autumnal. Is it giving autumnal florals? Not necessarily, but we're gonna fill the scene with the florals. So it's like we're giving autumn, it's giving florals. Hopefully everything combined will make it good enough. I don't know.
Perhaps you just weren't meant to.
Okay. I kind of would like, I don't know off the top of my head which kind of statues we have that could potentially work here, but I kind of want some kind of a statue or something. You like the bushes? I think I like the bushes. I think I do. The house is giving Addams Family vibes. You love it. I really like it. I do. I also like the fact that it's kind of skinny, because it means it fits better in places. When you look at it from the front, it kind of looks like it would be pretty big in the back, but it's not. And I appreciate that. I think I can, no. What I use? What kind of gray things do we have? I have the haunted well now. Maybe I can use that somewhere. That's what you're planning on doing? You're able to make autumn outfits but not include flowers. Yeah. It's a bit of a tricky theme, I think, this week. Might be able to use this somewhere. I don't know. We have, oh, vines. No, these are too like, I think these are going to be too light. But I'll put it there for now and see. I don't really want to use these walls. Although, no, I don't want to use the walls. Hi, Minx. Hello. Reminds you want to get more white roses from the event. Ah, yes. Actually, in a minute, I'm probably going to go back there and see if they've respawned. Maybe using some of these might be nice. I'm going to grab these out so I have them to potentially use somewhere around here. No. Can you buy more of the well? You know, I haven't actually checked. Ooh, I feel like this will work somewhere. This kind of feels vibey with that. It's not a statue, but it's something. This could work. Possibly. You can buy more of the well. Oh, that's good to know. I should probably do that then, especially since I have it out. I'll forget that they are something that I own if I don't have extras. I kind of wish we had a version of this bench without all the like white and pale blue stuff on it, because the wrought iron bench is really nice. I also have this, but I don't know if I want to use that. Tables and things. Could look at some fountains potentially. We also have this, it's quite nice. Lots of archways that are possibilities. Let me grab that. I don't know if I'm going to use it anywhere, but I do love a fountain tile. This, I don't think I'm gonna use. I wish we had one of these that was just kind of like slightly smaller, that was a statue instead of a throne, you know? Because it would actually feel kind of thematically appropriate to use. Okay. I completely forgot we had, I know I kind of skipped over it. I completely forgot we had the fireplace from the Tinkerbell thing. Let me see if I'd have to go in a house. I guess I could literally just put it in here. I wish we could put it outside. I understand why some things can't be put outside, but also it would be so much nicer if they could. Because again, we live in, or we are playing in a magical world. This would be so good outside. It looks like an outdoor fireplace, right? Because it's all stone. It looks like, and it's straight up just wood. It looks like something that should be able to be placed outside. Why can't it? You think your game heard you complain that you never see Jasmine and Aladdin outside? You see them outside all the time now? I still don't, but I think it's just when I play. Because they surely have a schedule that they follow. Okay. Pick up some extra wells so I have some backups, and then we're gonna go to the floating island. Scrooge. Hey, bud.
Greetings, neighbor.
Let me scroll all the way down here. Wait a minute. Unless these numbers... Huh. Oh, wait, I got the well here. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna have to see what I can do with those.
Remember, time is money.
Let me also drink some of my coffee. Also, I'm really happy with the autumnal meadow. I think it looks cute. Don't mind if I do. Okay. We have flowers. We have a fish. We have... no. Feathers. I'm assuming it just won't let me put in anymore. Yeah, flowers when I don't need them. Okay. Here we go. Can I put stuff under this? I think is a question I have. Did I put this in the water? No, that's wait. No. For a second, I thought the hand turned green. I was going to be so excited. I can, but I can probably put them here somewhere. Just stick there for a moment. You get out of the way. You started building on your beach and you think one side of the beach will be a boardwalk and the other will be more of a nature themed side. Nice. You can fit a bench under there. You could fit things under here. They just have to be kind of small. Because I almost want this kind of this way. I don't know. I could put it over here as a passage, but I think maybe an archway. Asymmetrical arches. Oh, where are you? Huh? Oh. This happens to me frequently in the game where the item and the cursor will not line up in terms of like where they're pointing. And it's incredibly infuriating, actually. Do to move, please. I feel like this should kind of theoretically be the opposite if that is what we're doing. Because I think this would be sort of a major path and that would be not. Also try to do something like this, but that is a little awkward. How many vacuums do you think we'll need in the next DLC? It depends. I feel like in Storybook Vale, I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Technically, I should have 11 so I can put one in the little crevice, but it's like I could see us needing more if they're playing with levels again a little bit more, because the thing is, in Eternity Isle, they had a lot of levels going on. In Storybook Vale, they chilled out with the levels because I think people said that they found it somewhat confusing to navigate. But I feel like they could do a little bit more than they did with Storybook Vale in Wish Blossom Ranch, in which case you would need more vacuums because you would need a vacuum per level, not just per area. You're aiming for 10. Yeah, I feel like 10 is probably a fairly solid starting point to have prepped and ready. But I could see us potentially needing more than that. I actually think I want to push this back further. Do like a path, maybe have a little like fence moment there. I'm gonna move all of this behind here for now. So it's out of the way. You can go, I don't know, just there. Accessible, but mostly out of the way. This, maybe we push back here. Out of the Parisian iron tables and chairs, maybe that would look good there. Maybe. Maybe I'll put them out front here, actually, if I do put a little fence moment, because we'd have a little bit of space. You kind of want this somewhere, but I'm not really sure where. This side? Perhaps? I don't hate it. Kind of cool that the birds fly around this well. I like that. Wish these fit better. With this specifically. Can also turn the birds off. Oh, nice. Haunted gazebo. I don't know if I'll use that. We might. You know what I still haven't looked at since last stream when it really confused and bothered me? I haven't looked at the like greenhouse stuff. I was so confused. Did I say hi, Decorista? Hello, how are you? Might be able to make some. I might be able to make something work. We're trying. I'd probably change that to match these, but I don't have another one of those ones right now. That's going to be a weird gap. Do I care is the question. And the answer is I'm not quite sure yet. I will have to wait and see. Do I think people will get burnt out because, or with the new DLC because of the fact that it's all releasing on the same day? This is going to sound a little mean. And I feel like it's my truth, so I have to say it. I feel like if people get burnt out playing too much of the DLC, that's a little bit their fault, because just because the entire DLC is being dropped at one time does not mean that you are being forced to play it all at one time. And I think it's people's responsibility to take care of themselves, and it's like if you're given, it's just like if you're given an entire video game in general, like you get Animal Crossing, it's your responsibility to turn it off when you've been playing it too long. You know what I mean? That's not like the game's fault. Do I think that some people will play the whole thing in like 3 days? Yes. Do I think some people will probably get a little burnt out? Probably. And it just kind of is what it is how I feel about that. You haven't done anything with the greenhouse stuff either. Yeah, it's very pretty, but the way that it does and doesn't intersect with itself was very confusing to me. So I will look at it again at some point, but I have not since last stream. Hide the jank with a bush is what you always say. You know, that's usually what I do. A well-placed bush or a tree or something can really do wonders. I think I kind of like the idea of having this here. Don't eat the whole box of cinnamon buns if you weren't ready for the aftermath of eating the cinnamon buns. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, here's the thing though. I don't know how many people will actively have complaints about that. I do remember when Rift in Time was first released, there was a lot of talk of overwhelm in the community. Like, there's so much stuff. I feel overwhelmed. And even though I don't know, even though technically we got more Storybook Vale content at once than with Rift in Time because it was in 2 drops instead of 3 drops, I didn't really hear the overwhelmed conversation as much with Storybook Vale, so I feel like it could be something that just felt like a bit of a shock to people who had been playing in early access and were more or less caught up on quests and then kind of feeling like they had a game's worth of quests all over again. I don't really know how many people will be continuing to feel that way. I like that. I kind of want a tree here to sort of cover this little area, but of the trees that I think I would use here, I don't know if we have any sort of arched moments. I could do something like this. It's not exactly what I was hoping for. But I do kind of like that. You hope they won't spoil the ending for streamers and don't say if there's a teaser for the next DLC. I will say that's the thing that I'm most kind of not concerned, because concerned is a bit of a strong word for the emotion that I actually feel. That's the thing that I'm most kind of slightly bummed about, I guess, with the Wish Blossom Ranch content all dropping at the same time. If there are teasers or things, I'm kind of just resigned to the fact that I will probably hear about it from someone before I get to that point in the game myself. And it's like a little bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. I'm not going to intentionally hurry through the content just to prevent myself from getting spoiled, but I do hope people are a little bit like respectful about the way that they share spoiler content and like ask people if they want to hear about it before they like say some, you know, just common courtesy. I'm going to grab all of these and plop them around here, because I will probably want to use some of these. Grab these. The Sunlit Plateau for now is just going to be overrun with trees for us to choose from. The difference with Wish Blossom Ranch for you is giving time gated. You feel like leveling up the ranch will be part of the progression, and you don't feel like they will make sure that it... Wait, you feel like they'll make sure it takes time to do that? They might. I feel like, I don't remember it being as intense with Storybook Vale, but this might just be me misremembering. That is a very big possibility. But I feel like progression through the map took longer with Rift in Time. But maybe it just felt that way because it was the first DLC and I wasn't really expecting to have a new currency to open new areas again. You love Blue Ever After trees in the Forgotten Lands. So far, I'm feeling like I'm going to really enjoy them. This is my first time decorating the Forgotten Lands since we got Storybook Vale. So I'm excited to have new things to use. Have other versions of it? I think it's just this. Oh, yeah, it does have a big one. That one I don't think does, though. Sure. Grab those. These. Probably probably not that because that's giant. Well, maybe somewhere. I'll just grab it out if I need it though. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be our palette. I feel like the progression being tied to horse relationships is going to slow you down too. Very possible. I don't mind a bit of a time-gated moment in the game if it feels like it's not how do I explain it? If it feels kind of like earned, I guess, you know, like there's a reason for us to wait, then I don't really mind it. And that reason can be mechanical, that reason can even be story. I don't have a fountain here, like a teeny tiny little fountain. I don't know if I have a fountain that's going to make sense. But if... No, I think this is the only small one and I think it'll look weird here. And it won't even fit in the spot. Okay. Don't mind the bush. I would kind of like something taller though. Out. Footprint. I don't like how far forward it has to sit. Just gonna use this. Maybe one of these. Something like that. The new critter house tree would be so good here. Oh, from the star path. I haven't even grabbed out any of the star path stuff. I did want to use this somewhere. There. Is this the one? No, this is the one that's the critter tree. But I would like to use these somewhere around here. I can probably make this work somewhere in this area to bring in more of a warm wood on the other side somewhere. Bring a little bit of cohesion in there. Can this go over this well? That would be too perfect if it could, but I don't think it can. I don't think it wants to. We could go like back here as a transition moment. I don't know. Get rid of you for now. You're okay with time gating? You don't like time specific morning, afternoon, evening because mostly you can only play during the day. Yeah, I feel like I can't really remember them doing a time of day specific thing for a long time. I know a big one was the one thing we had to do with Mother Gothel that was really inconvenient for a lot of people I know, so I feel like they haven't really done that recently. I have to push this back more. Push that and push that kind of. I don't think I hate it. A way you personally slow down the experience is not hanging out with characters and just giving them daily favorite gifts. Ah. Yes. It is difficult though. I mean, I know as me. I get so excited about having new content that it does take effort to intentionally slow down and like savor the experience of new content. I'm not always great at that, but I feel like I have been trying a little bit more recently than I did in the past. Sure about that one. Kind of would like this somewhere over here instead. Also probably not. I would put it somewhere over here, but I don't really have space to put it without it cutting into the path, and I don't really love the way that it looks cutting into the path. Why can't you be tinier? Ew. Back here somewhere. Part of me still would like to make use of these, but I think they're too light. Be something like that. A bit of foliage in between there and the front to make it a little less dramatic. Not that dramatic is bad, it's just not always the exact thing that we're going for. Oh, that's big. Not that. I feel like that's actually going to be a better fit. Like that. So maybe like something purple or red or both. Add a little something spicy, a little something different. I feel like we talked about this a little bit last stream. How are we feeling about like the Glamour Gulch foliage that we've seen so far? I feel like a lot of it is kind of giving me the vibe of these red trees from the Forgotten Lands, right? Which I don't hate, but I also don't know if I love. It's like Forgotten Lands red trees, but make it fashion. Very specific, almost to a fault. Perhaps. Yeah, I do hope they give us, because I feel like at least in the bind, they gave us a good blend of very like book-y, sure, very book-y foliage, but also some that very much did not have the books all up in them. So it made it easier to use. I don't want this off of the path completely, actually, now that I think about it. Push it that way. I don't actually know that I even want to use those ones. think it's different. You're not sure how you'll use it, but you're intrigued to try. That's fair. You love the extra large stuff in the honey biome place. I am very excited about that. What you want to know is why it's named Glamour Gulch and not like Glamour Gorge. Yeah, I feel like Gorge would have been better. I would have liked that. I mean, better is a very subjective word, right? I would have preferred it because I don't like the way Gulch feels coming out of my mouth. Doesn't feel cute to me. Doesn't feel whimsical. It doesn't feel fun. Camille, thank you so much for being a channel member for a whole year. Oh my goodness. You're gonna have to wait and see. The red grass kind of freaked you out at first. I don't think it freaked me out. It does feel very like spooky, kind of. Spooky is not bad. Spooky is not always my personal vibe though. Yeah, I certainly have to wait and see. These here. What if I switched these? Would that be bad or good? Undecided. Or demure or mindful, correct. You're gonna wait and see till you walk through the biomes. That's usually my overall feeling. Like, I might have initial thoughts sort of when I see something, but I am pretty incapable of making up my mind fully until I actually step into the space and I'm running around and see what's up. What are we putting back here? Do we have any flower pots that are cute? Also, I'm gonna run over to the floating island again. I think it's perfect for 100-acre woods and fairy core builds. However, you don't see you placing any of it in the main valley as variation. Yeah, I feel like now, I mean, this is very much, I think, applicable to me as someone who has all of the DLCs. Not everybody will. But I feel like we're kind of getting to the point with DLCs where sometimes the things that we're getting might not be... Okay, no, I would really just love to pick this up, though. Might not be something that I'm going to use in the main valley, but usually between all of the maps, I feel like I can find somewhere else that it works, you know? Oh, there should be another flower. I just didn't see it. If they respawn at the same rate as the other things. Gulch, a narrow and steep-sided ravine. Does that match the area? I think it does, because it's got that whole area with like the area I'm thinking of with the train tracks that's giving kind of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train to me. That does feel like a gulch, but I also feel like a gorge is kind of a similar thing, right? Like, I don't think we're geography heads necessarily in the Dreamlight Valley community. I feel like you could say gorge and we'd be like, yeah, close enough, you know? I feel that way. You're wondering if the connection of the walls will cross over to other furniture that we currently have. Wait, the connection of the walls will cross over to other furniture that we currently... Oh, I think I know what you mean. Like with the modular build kits, you mean if the ability for them to clip into each other like will mean that furniture that we already have will have more ability to clip into itself. I think that's what you mean by that. You had only 2 flowers when you first logged in this morning. Interesting, interesting. Gorge, a narrow valley between hills or mountains. I vote close enough. I vote it's not too late to change the name of Glamour Gulch to Glamour Gorge. I feel like I can probably get some signatures on this petition. Oh, that's what I was going to be looking at, foliage. Thank you all for liking the stream. If you have, I appreciate you. And I'm looking. I kind of want to make these work, I'm not gonna lie. Can I? Who knows? I would love to, though. And I can run over them, which is a big bonus. And they'd probably be pretty at night. I guess these would also potentially work, but something about those I don't really like very much. That specific colorway. Let me move you for a second. This could be too much, though. It might be too much. Might be too much. Maybe I could put them in front of here. I think that works. I don't think this works. But maybe we could put these, like, back here or something. No, of course, this is the exact spot where we would not be able to fit them in a way that makes sense. Rude and rude. I think that'll work. I prefer it without the flowers behind. But is there a world in which we make something work with flowers on the side? I'm not leaving these here, by the way. This is purely for measurement purposes. So these might not actually be the best ones for measurement purposes, but... Oh! You go there. And you go, oh, well, you can go on the path a little bit. That's fine. And I guess you can to match. Ooh. Okay. Oops. And then maybe I could do... I was kind of trying to avoid doing fencing here, but it might be kind of nice to provide some separation. Huh? Wait a minute. What is happening? Why? Okay. That does not look... that's none of my business. I've decided that that's none of my business, and therefore it shall be. I'm just going to put these where I want them, and I'm going to not pay attention to whether it's actually truly even or not until or unless I am required to. I don't hate it. We can ignore this. That's just for me to be able to build things. Okay. I would enjoy, I think, another purple tree if I could grab one. Small one. They're just all so tall, though. Even the small ones are tall. I kind of want to... be able to actually see foliage. I think I'm unfortunately going to have to say goodbye to that fountain tile. I don't think there's a world in which it works in this. This is really bothering me, but I'm just currently trying to ignore it. It's so hot. I'll be right back. Give me like 10 seconds. It's autumn. It's very autumn. It should not be this hot. You think it's looking great? Thank you so much. I do think it's coming along nicely, especially for something that I didn't have any real ideas for coming into today. Any ideas for what we should put under here? Let me know. It has to be something small because not much fits underneath there. This, I might actually move to be closer to the well just for ease of access. Generally, this, I might actually put this way. Oh, wait. Well, you know what? That can also go there. It's going to make more sense with that stuff than with this. I kind of want to have an entry moment. I don't know how much I will be able to pull that off. We can try. Arch in, arch out is kind of...
There's adventure.
Let's try some other options first. I don't really love how the, like, this left side of it really impedes the visual field that we've got going on. That's not the most fun. So I kind of want like their little dead bush back there or something. Okay. I would put a fountain there, but I don't have any fountains that will work. What else did we have from this star path? Anything interesting to put under there? Could do a cooktop. Does it make sense? Not really. We could do a spell book. Also doesn't really make sense. Bewitched garden tools. Ooh, magical. No. I do kind of want to put this somewhere, though. Maybe back there.
Huh.
Zero's home under here? Possibly. That could work. It's a big footprint. Thanks for hanging out, Kanitsia. A crafting table in each biome. I do usually try to have one. I haven't thought about where I would have one in this biome yet. Which crafting tables do we have now? We have a lot of them. Did we get one in the Star Path? I think so. We just got that bench. Sure, if there's one that would make sense under here. Do you think there's ever a chance we get an actual Zero companion, or are we just stuck with the fox? I feel like there's a chance we'll get an actual Zero companion. How big is that chance? I don't know. But also, you know, there are usually the surveys once or twice a year. So if that's something that you really want, make sure that you write it in on the surveys. There's usually a blank space where you can put additional things that you would like to see in the game. Or there is a suggestions channel. I think they still have it on the official Dreamlight Valley server. You can put it in there. It is weird that that says Ratatouille on it. We're just not going to pay attention to that. That's not important. Like, I don't know. My brain sort of has an idea in it, and I can't put it, like, quite put it into words. You know when you're thinking of something and you know you're thinking of it because there's like a buzzing in your brain, but it's not actually forming into anything that you can actually think of? That might not make sense. Imagine if you had a place where you fit, though. Yeah, the idea just needs a minute to simmer. It's cooking. It's almost done. It's just not quite fully there yet. Could just have that on that side, to be honest. Beautiful. Am I planning on using the glowing mushroom in this build? The, like, are we talking about the, like, toadstool thing? Like, this one? Or are we talking about the one from Storybook Vale? Or is there a different one that I'm not thinking of? Between these two, I'm not really planning on it, at least in this area. Maybe once we get back here, but even then I'm not sure yet.
There's
This
adventure
place
to be had,
overflows with
and
empty
I'm gonna find
sentiments.
it.
To figure out what I'm doing kind of along this edge. Because I don't know if I want to do more fence. It might feel a little squeezy. Try. Excited for the friendship rewards we're gonna get with the new characters because this year they've done pretty well with friendship rewards. I do feel like friendship rewards are something that have been looking really good in the game recently, which I'm very pleased about. So I am curious to see what they are for Wish Blossom Ranch and for Cinderella.
Neighbors are nice.
Smaller. Because I want something here in this corner bit. I don't know what I want it to be. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna do that. It looks a little odd. We'll leave that straight across. Something in this corner. I don't want it to be so tall that it obstructs our view of the building, but I want it to have some height so that it's interesting. It can't be completely out of the blue because it has to make sense with everything else here. I think Cinderella has her blue ball gown for her level 10, similar to how Jack got Santa Jack for level 10. That would be nice. I would like to see Cinderella in her ball gown. I think that would be lovely. Wait, Cinderella is coming in her ball gown. Wait, you want her blue dress like the one from... Wait, not me having to like process what was being said for a second. You want her blue dress like from the live action movie? Is that the one you're talking about? I want this one, but I want it in this color. Oh, the one from the live action movie. I would really, really love to see her with her live action dress because I think it's absolutely stunning. I do wonder how likely that is, though. Have we had any live action dream styles from any characters yet? Okay, I kind of want her here somewhere. Then I kind of need one somewhere else too, because otherwise that's the only one and it feels silly. Maybe there.
My buddy Shank is the coolest person you'll ever meet.
Okay, I like it. This looks beautiful. Thank you so much, Tanny. How are you doing today? Okay. I think maybe...
Don't you just love summer?
Can we get away with candles? seats by the benches. I'm doing well, thank you. Or hear me out, we get the live action gown as our level 10 friendship reward. I would love for us to have the gown. Oh, I forgot we can put these outside now too. Did we do it? Yeah, I would love to have that. I recently have been recommended many videos of different people making their own, or who have made their own version of the Cinderella live action dress, and it's just so stunning. Just put them kind of here and here. Thanks for hanging out, Etho. I appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Just have some brown candles over here or something. Can't be too in the way because I still want to be able to walk through here if I need to. Maybe tall ones there and small ones here. These are just like so small comparatively. I can't do it. I can't. Okay, beautiful and beautiful.
Did you know books are the windows to the world? I wonder what the doors are. Probably doors.
Do we think the floating candles are too much with the lights, or do we like them? I'm not 100% sure yet.
Everyone here is so nice.
I think I like them though. I don't want to rotate these ones. Feeling a little sparse. I like them because then we have some of the candles hanging like or floating over here. So it gives a little bit of continuity. Feeling a little bit magical. Okay. Check with nighttime if it's going to be too much. That's a good point. On the other hand, I also never play at night, so... Do we have any... I feel like we need more signage in the game. We need some fancy signs. I really like this one that we got from... What was this? One of the codes from the showcase? It's like a little glary, but I don't really care too much. The glare is really just from these lampposts, and that's just kind of how they are.
I wonder what the doors are. Probably doors.
I don't think I hate it too much. What an entrance. I mean, it's a fancy house. It deserves a fancy entrance. Also, I haven't really done like, at least that I remember, I don't think I've done a more elegant kind of build in the Forgotten Lands before. Like, this is still kind of like spooky and a little rundown, but it has the like, it has a hint, a whisper of elegance to it. And I think that's kind of fun.
Valley is becoming such a special place.
I remember when I was first working on my Valley builds, I saw a lot of people were using like light pathing in the Forgotten Lands and making really kind of fancy, beautiful builds. And I thought it was fun. I just don't recall ever doing that in my Forgotten Lands. Although it's possible I've done it and literally have just forgotten because I've done many builds of multiple biomes. So maybe y'all are like, girl, I just watched a stream of you doing that. You definitely did. And you know what? I would believe you. Didn't realize the code sign was interactable. Yeah, it works like the, I believe the craftable signs that we can make. Not under rugs. That's not gonna be a thing. It works like this custom signpost that we can make where it has the same selection of icons and you can change it to be any of those that you want. Like we have this list of icons here and you can access the same ones here for this side. Which I do like. You just this minute completed the new Pokemon Legends Z. What is a ZA? But also congratulations. Okay, and then eventually we'll figure out what kind of path we want coming off of here. This we'll also have to figure out because I do want like a full path, I think, coming through here. But I need more trees blocking this off. I think we decided not to use that. Sometimes the footprints of things are so much larger than I feel like they are, and so much larger than I remember them being. Like, I've certainly used this tree. I feel like a lot. Not here in the valley, but in the Vale. And the footprint is so gigantic. It's gonna be really annoying to work around. Ooh. Oh, it's just part of the title. I got you, I got you, I got you. Ignore me. The thing is, when I was playing Pokemon Violet, I kind of was having a good time. And also, I feel like maybe this is not everybody, but for me, as someone who did not play Pokemon games at all growing up, like, I find it a little confusing. Learning the different pairings of the different types of Pokemon and what is vulnerable to what, or like good to use against what, and it's just a lot. It's a whole lot. Oh yeah, thank you everybody for liking the stream. I appreciate you all. Helps me out a whole bunch. Something back here instead of a fancy one, maybe. On a little angle, perhaps. Pretty squeezy, but I don't think I hate it. I'll have to run through it to figure out for sure, but... I don't hate it. This doesn't need to be a big area. Just to walk around the well. We'll trip under the thing. I do just need a bush or something, and then I will probably have a path there. Probably the Ancient's Landing path, the one that you can kind of see through. I think that would be a good one. That's fine. Actually, here's the thing. Do I want this path, or do I want to use rocks and make things easier on myself? Because kind of what I'm envisioning is a world in which I bring this kind of all the way out here, like a true sort of patio moment. One of the quality of life things that I would really like them to add to the game is a fill path button. You know, like if you make an outline of path, you can click on it and fill it with the path. That would make things so much easier. Actually, this is not turning out to be as difficult as I thought it was going to be, so I don't mind. And then maybe it'll just continue through here. Or something. That corner we can get rid of as well. Where is that corner? Ah! There we go. Okay. I'm gonna run back to the event island again and see. Actually, before I do that, can I take you? You're very tiny. I know I said I wanted something with height here, but maybe I lied. And just pop you there.
Seems enchanted, but
I'll think about it.
there are so many possibilities for adventure here.
Okay.
Oh,
Now I'm going to run back to the event island. And see if I can get my last two things that I need. Hi. So grab you while I'm here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I think the fish were maybe what I needed. I do not remember. Oh no, the feathers, I think. Whoa. Okay. And we have the spooky tree. Oh, cool. Actually, I wonder if I can use that in the Forgotten Lands. Not where I am right now, but or where I'm building right now, but in the other place over here. Maybe. That'd be kind of cool. Alrighty. Listen, I know this is a bit of a shorter stream, but I feel like this area is mostly completed. I just got to figure out what I'm doing under here. But I feel like this is maybe a good place to wrap up for today. I'm happy with how this looks. I think it's beautiful and stunning. I'm glad I got this house. It's gorgeous. And we will see who else is streaming. We can go out, go and hang out with somebody. I will be back tomorrow. I'll post the schedule by the end of the day today. Just know that it, as always, is subject to change because I'm not entirely sure what we'll be doing for the rest of the week apart from Dreamlight Valley on Wednesday. But I do think it would be fun to play something kind of spooky for Halloween. So we'll try to do that, I think. But we are going to go and see Hot Cocoa Collective, who's decorating and chatting. So please stop by if you have some time, drop a like, hang out, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day or night and take care of yourselves. And I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.